Good morning, beautiful. I am out here in my garden, out in my backyard, and I was just watering my plants and thinking about really the meaning of detoxification and how perfect springtime is. I was in my garden yesterday and I was repotting some plants and tending to a very neglected garden, post hurricane, and things just got overrun. There are so many weeds and stray things in my garden, including an overrunning portion or section of fire ants. And if you've ever dealt with fire ants, you know how horrible they are. So with detoxification, kind of really there's an analogy to weed in your garden. If you think of the soil as needing to be nurtured and mineral rich, right, that makes sense. You want it to be free of the impurities so that your vegetables, your herbs, your fresh mint and parsley can just flourish, right? Well, and also so that your grass is growing beautifully. You have to remove the weeds. You have to pluck them out, right? Poisoning them doesn't work the way we really want it to, right? Because it harms the soil, it harms the other herbs and vegetation that could flourish there because it does take off, it does take away from the natural structure and the natural ingredients. So detoxification, this process of detoxification is that it's weeding out the impurities. And then there's a natural tending that we have to continue to do. And I wanted to be really honest with you, and I would love to say that, oh my gosh, I live a life of detox on a daily basis, always tending to my garden, making sure the weeds are out, and also reducing my exposure to the conditions that bring in those weeds, right? But the truth is, it doesn't happen in my life that way. I live a real life. I deal with real kids, real teenagers, and there are challenges I face as well as my own weaknesses and limitations. So detoxification for me is always digging in deeper, right? Taking that extra step, going that extra mile, really purifying all aspects of my life to the best degree, or even just one aspect depending on the state that I'm in during this time. And yes, this year I do better than I did last year, and hopefully next year I'll do even better than I did this year. And it's a process, and I want to encourage you and invite you again to join me during this spring detoxification time, a time of weeding our garden, our internal garden, keeping our liver and our gut and our hormones as healthy as possible. Let me know any questions you have. I'm here to answer. Thank you.